Hello and welcome to my Q&A video. My name is Tara. I'm a fashion, lifestyle, hair content creator, and today we're doing a Q&A. I'm on the edge of Australia, technically. You could say that about any beach coastline. I thought this was the most beautiful spot that I could film a Q&A. Let's go. I'm sorry if the audio is a bit windy. I know it's going to be, but hopefully using my hat as a bit of a shield is going to help it a bit. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me some questions, and I actually got a lot of questions about jewelry. So we're going to have a bit of a jewelry segment here, and also just some random other questions. Thank God I wore a jersey because if I was sitting here, I'd definitely be getting burnt. How to know when it's time to declutter your wardrobe as a fashion hoarder? Girl, I am in the same boat as you. I am a fashion hoarder. And honestly, I struggle with knowing when to declutter my wardrobe and also get rid of things, but I'm trying to get better at it. I know a lot of people use the one in, one out rule. That's essentially when you get one new piece, you get rid of another. And I honestly think that's a really great rule, but I never do that. I did a huge declutter a few months ago and I got rid of so much stuff and I essentially just went through every single item and was like, have I worn this in the past year? Yes or no? The no pieces went into my maybe pile or a definite no pile. And that went to selling or donating. Yeah, I just went from there and I sorted through everything. I got rid of so much stuff. A lot of it went onto my Depop, but actually knowing when to get rid of stuff is really difficult. I always think that pieces are going to come back into style, so I always hold on to them. And honestly, it has for a lot of things, but for the most part, they don't. You don't need it. If you haven't worn it in like 2 years, get rid of it. By getting rid of it, donate it or sell it. But in saying all this, I am not a big buyer. Like I don't buy many clothes despite my job working in fashion. I don't even get that many clothes gifted anymore either. I'm genuinely just in the mindset that I have so much stuff already. Like I don't need new things. But if you are a buyer and you are buying a lot of stuff, maybe instead of focusing on decluttering your wardrobe, you can also think about how can I be more conscious with my buying habits? Because I feel like nowadays, especially with fast fashion, it's so easy to just buy and not really think about what's going to happen to your pieces because it's so cheap. So being more of a conscious consumer may be helpful and you will have to declutter your closet less. But also not being in the mindset that you can just sell something or donate something if you don't want it anymore. I feel like when I first got into fashion, I really struggled with this because I would go op shopping and secondhand shopping a lot. And even though that is sustainable shopping, it would just be like buying any piece, like not any piece, but any piece that I thought I could style, but I wouldn't necessarily actually wear. So being more of a conscious consumer, even if you are practicing sustainable or like mindful shopping practices, moving away from the mindset that you can just get rid of something by donating it or selling it if you don't want it anymore, because that's still adding to the problem, the greater problem of overconsumption in fashion. And I know that I've diverted from this question a lot, but I don't know. I think changing your mindset is also important. Oh my God, I can hear a plane, but I can't see it. But yeah, if you're better than me, although from the sounds of it, we're both fashion hoarders, I think we need to both set a limit that every 6 months we should go through our closet. Does that make sense? Is that fair? I feel like 6 months is a good amount of time, even every year. Like realistically, life is busy, but if you have time, 6 months. If you don't have time, maybe once a year, you're going through your closet and picking out the pieces that you don't think you need. Little ad intermission. I released a collection with Casetify and I have one of my cases on right now. Is that not the cutest thing ever? You guys can shop my collection at Casetify Tara Chandra. It's only available for a limited time. By limited time, I mean a few more months. I did 4 designs, but they're all pretty customizable depending on what phone model you have. So go onto their website, input your phone model for the case that you want, and you can customize like the base case. Like I think this corset case looks really good with a matte black background. I have a frames case that's customizable, so you can print out pictures to stick behind the phone case. I have a few video tutorials on that, and the lady is walking back again and she keeps looking at me. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, fashion no-go and fashion go-go. I love that as a question. I just love the words go-go. It just reminds me of the 70s like go-go boots. Fashion no-go, honestly, judging people for what they're wearing. I feel like your question was asking about like a specific item that's like a no-go, but you know what? I'm gonna stick to that as my answer because in the past I've said Crocs and matching pink velour tracksuit sets, and girl, what would you know? They came back in style. That was like a big fashion faux pas for me back in the day, back in like 2008. I was wearing the matching hot pink velour tracksuit pants with light pink baby Crocs. Would you look at me? I'm the Crocs queen right now. I have so many pairs of Crocs. I love my Crocs. And I have a matching hot pink velour tracksuit from IMG now. I'm not going to say anything because everything comes back in style, as I said. If I say skinny jeans are going to come back in trend, guys, whether we like it or not. Fashion go-go, comfortable shoes. Uncomfortable shoes are out, guys. Stop ruining your feet. Stop ruining your posture. Like, bring back the sneakers. Well, I guess it's a fashion go-go, but it's a fashion no-no to wear uncomfortable shoes, guys. Bring back the comfortable shoes. What is your next travel destination? Ooh, so at the moment I'm actually away from Sydney. I don't know if I really count domestic trips as a travel destination, but I like, depending on where it is, like I'm a 6-hour drive from where I live, so I feel like that doesn't really count. Friend and I are actually thinking of going to Uluru, which is really exciting. If you guys aren't Australian and you don't know where Uluru is or what Uluru is, it's essentially a very sacred land site for Aboriginal Australians, and I just think it's going to be the most special experience visiting there. We haven't planned anything yet, so we're gonna see how that goes. But besides from that, I think I'm planning on going to India for the first time, which is really exciting, later in the year. And there is another couple walking by and watching me because I'm actually just holding a phone to my mouth right now, and I feel like that looks so absurd. Like, I have my tripod set up with another phone. Like, is that not crazy? My sister's friend is getting married in Delhi, and also, if you guys don't know, my boyfriend is Indian. But isn't it kind of crazy? I'm gonna be going to India without my boyfriend for the first time. I don't know, we'll see. We haven't planned anything yet, but I would love to go to India, and if I end up going this year, it's going to be really exciting. So I'm keen, guys. What do you think influenced you to be so bold in what you are now? I assume this means like what influenced me to be bold in like my fashion style and like who I am as a person. And honestly, I think it stemmed from growing up really introverted and shy, and finding that I felt like misheard, or I guess misrepresented in like who I actually felt like I was, because I never felt confident enough to show who I was as a person. I think that's what actually really pushed me to get into fashion and get into showcasing like who I am as a person, because I feel like I do portray myself really well through my style, and I think I always have, like, ever since I got into fashion. So I guess I was my own influencer from day one, guys. So let's head into the jewelry questions now. First one, how do I organize my jewelry? I bought a jewelry box, and honestly I really love it, but my jewelry does not fit in there because I have so much stuff. So it's turned into the jewelry box, a sunglasses box, a little bowl, a little hand stand for my earrings, another jewelry box, random bags, random boxes. It's like, it's not that organized. I actually, you know what I need organization for? I need organization for all my jewelry, all my sunglasses, and all my bags. Like, what are you guys doing with your bags? I have so many bags, and they're literally just shoved behind my door, but my door doesn't fully open now because I have so many bags, and they're also in like a box on the floor. Like, I don't know what to do. My room is not that big. Like, how are you guys organizing your bags? That's what I want to know. Sorry, that wasn't a helpful answer, was it? Top 5 places to get your jewelry from. And honestly, this is a great question. Can I narrow it down to 5? I don't know. Honestly, a lot of my jewelry is from Pandora. I do a lot of work with Pandora, but I genuinely love their pieces. And I think a lot of people don't actually know that Pandora does more than just charm bracelets. I love their charm bracelets, but they also have some really beautiful other designs. I have these gorgeous gold bangles from them, and they're like cuff style, so pretty. They have so many cool rings. They have really cool earrings. I'm wearing some of the earrings today. Like, I have this pearl one, and you can interchange out like the charms on the earrings as well, which is really cool. I actually get a lot of compliments on some of my earrings, and I'm just like, it's Pandora. And people are like, what? I didn't even know Pandora did stuff like that. And I'm like, exactly. But I also love my niche jewelry designers. I'm very lucky that I get most of my jewelry pieces sent to me actually as gifts, which I'm so grateful for, but I genuinely just love all the pieces. I'm gonna actually list a few off. Shout out to Australian jewelry makers. They're really changing the game, guys. First off, shout out to conform.au. This is a really small Sydney jewelry designer. They have like 200 followers or something. Their pieces are expensive, but I will say they are insanely good quality. They're insanely unique. I've never seen anything like what they do. When I tell you the amount of compliments I get on this jewelry, because that's how I know that this jewelry is sick. Like, I get compliments every single time I wear it. Like, It's insane. And their pieces are heavy. Like it's solid silver. They deserve more followers. They deserve all the sales. It's like this one person making them all, and he will like customize the finish of it for you. Like I will be upfront and say it is pricey, but if you can afford it and you're looking for unique jewelry, check out conform.au, guys. I recently got this earring from a Melbourne-based designer, I believe. The brand is Underground Sunday. I asked my friends for this for my birthday. It's just one earring, but it's so cool. I feel like a big trend is having like piercings in your jewelry. You guys can't see my necklace, but I'm wearing a belly button necklace that my friend Hazel made for me. She needs to sell these because it's so sick. My friend Yuki, she's a Japanese UK based jewelry maker, and her stuff is really sick. She makes one-off pieces now, but I have some jewelry from her and her stuff is so cool, guys. She goes under Miyakumo, Miyakumo. I saw her when I was in London actually because she was having a jewelry pop-up sale thing. I don't know how to describe it, and it was like a whole bunch of jewelry makers, and her stuff is so cool. There's so many cool jewelry makers, guys. Like I actually don't think I can fit in 5. Indonesian designer Nathania Alice, really cool stuff. I have a beautiful butterfly ring from her and another like spirally one which I love. Another cool one is Posthuman. It's more of a bigger brand. They make some really sick stuff. I think the trend of the style of stuff that they're making is really, really cool, and it's coming in. And if you want like an Australian version of Posthuman, I would check out Ava, AEVA. They have some of like similar styles, but like a bit different in their own way, and I think it's a bit cheaper than Posthuman. Heart of Bone, I get so many compliments on my bunny rings. They're like the Donnie Darko style ring. And that's probably like my most complimented piece of jewelry. They recently just came back into business, Australian based as well. Definitely check them out. Sarah Garner Jewelry, I have a really beautiful ring from there and also a necklace, and I also get heaps of compliments on that one. So beautiful. I know a lot of people go there actually for like unique engagement rings, but they also have like the most beautiful little boutique in Paddington in Sydney. If you guys want another like small independent designer, there's My Name is Starflower. I have a really beautiful opal gold ring from there. I have a cool ring from Sacraflux. Okay, I think that's it. Let's just end it there. I'm sure I'm missing out on some, so if I'm missing out on some, I'll put it on the screen. Jewelry of the most meaning. The only one that I could think of was probably my Pandora charm bracelet. It has a lot of random charms on there that I just think are really cute, but it also has some charms that have that meaning to myself. I have one with like a koi fish, which reminds me of my grandpa. He passed away 2 years ago and he always had koi fish in his garden growing up. I have one with mahjong, which reminds me of him as well. And yeah, I just like little charms on my Pandora bracelet that holds meaning to me. I have a few Chinese New Year charms on there that just reminds me of family in general, and I love that. Someone said meet and greet when. I think if I did a meet and greet nowadays, like 2 people would show up, so I don't think I'm gonna do. And I used to do them back in the day, like when I would travel to Southeast Asia, like 9 years ago. I remember I did a meetup in Singapore. So many people came. I think like 20 people came. It was actually so fun and really cute. But I think like the way that social media is now, like times have just changed. Like the way that we interact with people is different. Do you guys remember that TikTok person that had like a meet and greet at a convention and no one showed up? Like that's what I'm gonna be giving if I have one now. Obviously there are people that like can throw a meet and greet and people show up. I'm gonna end my video here, and if you made it to the end, thank you for listening. It's so windy, guys. Why did I think it was a good idea to film with like literally my phone as a microphone on the coastline? I need to get a proper microphone. I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. This was a bit different for me, but I love being in nature. If you guys want to keep up to date, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm a lot more active on there, predominantly Instagram. Feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to release videos every Thursday now, and let me know if you want to see anything else. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment them below. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.